Here again with another Lucifer Season 3 episode review video. Before I get into that, pretty important, if you aren't caught up to the point where I am at rewatching or watching Lucifer, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case and you find out that you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And for those of you that are wondering, this is my first time watching Lucifer. Surprise, surprise. So join me and Crazy Coffee Man in the comments section to discuss the show. Don't be scared, and let's talk Lucifer. With that in mind, this will be Lucifer Season 3, Episode 14. The title of this episode is called My Brother's Keeper. And this will be my review reaction recap after just finishing watching the episode. Someone has diamonds for another person, and the person coming to get the diamonds gets a call from the LAPD. That's what shows up on this person's phone. And then a gun is drawn on him, and he says his sister works in forensics. That's why he has the number saved. Trust me, put the gun down. Ella Lopez is calling Jimmy, her brother, and he's supposed to be calling her back, but doesn't. Lucifer wants Pierce to lift up or roll up his sleeve and says Tom Hanks, he's looking at the mark that's on Pierce's arm, and he says that Tom Hanks is a national treasure. I will have to say not many bad movies there, aside from Cloud Atlas, but I don't remember if his performance was really good, but the movie was just not good at all. Lucifer is going to ask Amenadiel for help to try to kill Pierce. Ella goes to Chloe's place. Trixie answers, "On guard!" And she's playing with like Maze's knives. And then Ella, in an English accent, says, "I surrender. We're wearing the same shirt. Sushi shirt. Come on in." Maze says, "Oh, hey, Ellen." It's Ella. Ella is worried about her brother and needs Maze's help. "I'll pay. Next time, lead with that," as she was going on and on and on. Well, not that long, but you should have said, "I'll pay. Help me out." And she would have been like, all right. Amenadiel doesn't want to remove Pierce/Kane's curse. Amenadiel tells Lucifer he needs to protect him from himself, talking to Lucifer like, "I need to protect you from yourself." Ella and Maze go to the diamond dealer place. Ella says this place determines if diamonds are legit. Dead body, but Ella's brother is not the one that's dead, but Maze says he may be the killer. Maze didn't want the cops called. Jay, Ella's brother, his wallet was found at the crime scene by Maze. Charlotte goes to see Linda Martin since Lucifer mentions she's worked so many wonders with him. Linda tells Charlotte she can't help her. You need to leave now. Lucifer tells Pierce that Amenadiel won't help him, but no worries. Lucifer knows a way to bring him around. Dan says diamonds are pretty easy to track. Lucifer and Chloe go to the jewelry store. Chloe says to the employee that they're here to get a ring, as they're engaged. Chloe's watched enough Real Housewives to know about diamonds. And then Chloe calls her future husband cheap. Lucifer says, "I'm not cheap." There's a stolen diamond. They're going to have to call the police, but Tiffany James, the owner of the jewelry store, wants to help them out. Tiffany can't believe the victim is dead. Tiffany desires to punch every millennial in the face. Yeah, I kind of want to punch them and do lots of other things to them as well. No one was supposed to get hurt. It was just a stunt to get the insurance money. So she was in on it to a degree, but she had no idea that the guy, I can't remember the victim's name in this episode, she didn't want him dead. Ella and Maze go to a hotel as Jay went to a gas station around the block, and maybe he could be there. However, a Michael Knight was there, and Knight Rider was Jay's favorite show, and I believe the character played by David Hasselhoff is named Michael Knight in Knight Rider, although I haven't seen Knight Rider in years, since the mid-'80s, so I don't remember much about the show other than William Daniels being the voice of Kip, the guy from Mr. Feeney from Boy Meets World. Linda wonders why Lucifer sent Charlotte Richards to her. Don Zickel, the insurance guy, is at the station with Dan. He tells Chloe he wants to be kept in the loop with everything. Ella asks Maze if she is close to her family, and no, she's really not. Ella, as Jamie Batista, uses her incredible lockpicking skills that she learned from Dexter Morgan of Miami Metro Homicide to get into this hotel room. And Maze goes in and she's attacked but by Jay. So Jay's in there. Pierce gets to meet the infamous Amenadiel. Pierce complains about everything, saying it sucks that he sees everybody die and he can't die. And Amenadiel asks if he tried Game of Thrones. Yes, Game of Thrones, my fourth favorite TV show of all time. Lots of character deaths in Game of Thrones, so he could probably watch that and relate his life to that. The punishment fits the crime for Pierce, Amenadiel says. And then we find out that Amenadiel is actually the one that marked Marcus Pierce. And Pierce asked him to help him remove the mark. Jay went into the bathroom, he tells Maze and Ella. And when he came back out, the victim was dead. Chloe calls Ella and says they really need to talk to Jay. Ella says she hasn't talked to him. Chloe knows that she's lying. Amenadiel says he has no idea how to remove the mark that's on Pierce's arm. And then Pierce shoots his gun off and says, everybody out at Lux. Now Pierce says he gets to kick his ass. And Pierce says the first blow he hit Amenadiel with didn't feel that good as he had hoped. And then Amenadiel says, this won't end well for you. And then Amenadiel actually shoots Pierce. Don't think a little death is going to stop me, Pierce says. Maze, Jay, and Ella go back to the crime scene as Chloe kind of thought they would go back to the crime scene because the first thing Ella's going to want to do is prove that her brother's innocent. Where else would she go but the crime scene? Jay says the guy wore red wing-tip shoes. Maze finds the stash room. Chloe and Lucifer arrive. Lucifer says this is much more fun than at a strip club. They thought Maze might actually go to a strip club as well. Or not Maze, I'm sorry. They thought Ella might go to a strip club as well. And then Jay pulls his gun out on everybody. He's mad Ella called the cops, to which she said that she didn't. And then Jay takes off. Maze was going to leave, but I could stay for a price, Maze says. And then Ella says family is supposed to help each other out. By the Red Wing tip shoes, Chloe thinks she knows who killed the victim. Jay has a gun on Don Zickel, the diamond insurance guy. He's the one that's behind this. He's the one that killed the diamond, whatever his title is. And then Don grabs the gun from Jay. He needs to clean the diamonds first, then he's going to kill Jay. And then Pierce and Amenadiel are still going at it. Pierce said Amenadiel tried to kill his brother. We're a lot alike. But I at least, I did it myself. I didn't have somebody else try to do it. And then Ella Lopez sees Jay behind, held at gunpoint by Don. And then Maze ends up killing Don. Well done, detective. Chloe says, oh my God, did you just admit to being wrong? Linda goes to see Charlotte Richards and wants to apologize. If she wants to come back from a session, or I should say she wants to come back for a session, she'll be willing to help. She pokes Charlotte with a thumbtack just to make sure that she bleeds, to make sure she's not some kind of different being. Lucifer finds out Jay has the diamonds. He tells Lucifer he's not perfect. Lucifer says, you'd like to think that you are. Miss Lopez puts a lot of faith in you, and losing that faith would hurt her. I won't allow that to happen. If you ever disappoint her again, I'll come for you. Lucifer arrives back at Lux, finds out Amenadiel gave Pierce his mark. Father cursed him for a reason. Lucifer tells Amenadiel he doesn't need protecting. Lucifer says if Amenadiel continues meddling, he'll be in his way. Well, brother, I guess I'll be in your way. And then Amenadiel walks off to end the episode. And I don't know, something about this episode, it just didn't excite me, even though it had a cool fight scene between Pearson and Menadil. There were good things, but I don't know. I'm going to give the episode a 7.9 out of 10, so still a good score. I mean, it's almost an 8. My character of the episode for the females is going to be Ella, and my male character is going to be Pierce/Kane. Special recognition for Trixie in this episode. The 10 seconds we got of Trixie, she was really funny. So you've heard what I have to say. Now, of course, it's your turn. If you're a fan of Lucifer and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please consider Hulk smashing that like button. YouTube tells me I don't get enough likes, so even 4 or 5 more likes a video definitely will go a long way. Share the video with a friend. Put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section and talk to me and Crazy Coffee Man about the episode. What would you rate this episode? Who would be your male? Who would be your female character of the episode? Or if you just want to choose one, that's fine. If you want to give your favorite moment, that's fine. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. Subscribe to the channel. You are watching the video anyway. Join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return once I find out what it is that you desire.